Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome to our final random match of the day. As you can see, one of the logos is bugged out again. We've got the wrong logo for the championship, but it is the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Triple H putting it on the line against the challenger Roman Reigns in a main event of WrestleMania. Now, I'm dubious about whether they're actually going to have this match, whether they might drop it back behind Undertaker versus Shane. I just think they're worried about maybe people leaving or people switching off, or just the reaction that people are going to give to Roman Reigns. I don't know if they're really worried about that. Obviously, the championship match at WrestleMania should be the main event. There's no questions asked. But yeah, there's just a chance that they might drop it back. I don't know. I don't honestly know. But I'm going to upload it as the last match because, for me, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match should always be the main event. No questions asked. No matter who the champion is, the championship should always be the main event. Now this is going to be interesting, this one, because we do have Stephanie McMahon at the side of Triple H. So what influence is she going to have in the match? So we've seen a lot of influence from managers so far in some of my random matches, and in the universe mode as well. Heel managers especially can have huge effects on matches. So that's going to be interesting to keep an eye out for. One thing that we do have to think about as well on WrestleMania this evening is that we have confirmed to appear The Rock. I'm pretty sure Shawn Michaels is confirmed as well. Mick Foley, I think Austin is confirmed as well. So there's a lot of people that could potentially get involved in this match. So that's going to be one thing we'll have to keep an eye on, because there's a lot of potential run-ins and all sorts that could happen here this evening. If the referee gets taken down at any point in time, which is very likely possible in a championship main event of WrestleMania, we could see all sorts of run-ins. Like we did last year with Sting versus Triple H. We saw loads of run-ins on that match. Me, personally, I cannot see any other result than Roman Reigns walking out of WrestleMania with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I just can't see any other result. I think Triple H, it's great to have him around again as a wrestler, but 3 months as the champion, a man of his age who should be the boss, is a bit too much for me. I suppose it's one of the only times in history where the boss having the championship has actually been legitimate. When Vince had it, of course, he had to cheat to win all the time, and at least we know that Triple H is actually a legitimately good wrestler. So I suppose it's got that in its favour, but for me, it just takes away from some of the younger guys that could be building themselves up with that belt. Triple H doesn't need that belt. Triple H would be a draw at WrestleMania with or without a championship. So I think for me it just makes sense for him to drop the belt here this evening to Roman Reigns, and I just can't see any other reason why he wouldn't. Roman Reigns, everyone thought Reigns had the championship won last year. They thought it was completed, it was done, and that wasn't to be the case. Wouldn't it be incredibly interesting, just to go off on a complete tangent, wouldn't it be incredibly interesting if one of the run-ins was Seth Rollins? Seth comes in, Triple H thinks he's going to help him, and then Seth takes out Triple H. That's a way of getting a massive cheer at the end of WrestleMania, by having Seth return and take out Triple H. That way Reigns gets the championship and can disappear off into the distance away from Triple H, and then they start up a feud between Seth and Hunter leading up to SummerSlam. It's completely out of the blue. People would not expect it. Seth, rumour has it, is getting back to full health a lot quicker than anyone ever suspected. So you never know, there's a possibility that could be something that could happen this evening. So if you're watching this in the future and that has actually happened, I'm going to look like an absolute genius right now. But yeah, it would not surprise me at all. It'd be the second year in a row that Seth Rollins has been involved in the main event when he wasn't scheduled as well. That'd be pretty cool. Now, of course, we have uploaded all of the other WrestleMania matches already today, so if you've not seen any of them, there will be a link in the description to the playlist, and you can check out all of the matches we've done already today. And of course, there will also be all the matches from TakeOver Dallas on Friday as well. And of course, the Random Match series has had so many matches so far. We must be into the 80s. We must be getting close to 100 now. So thank you very much for all your support, of course, if you are watching this video. It does mean a lot to me. I'm not doing YouTube to get famous or get money or anything like that. I just do it as a hobby and a bit of fun, but it really does help me move on when I can see the channel grow. And I see my subscribers going up, I see the views going up, I see the likes, and it really does it really does spur me to go on. So thank you very much for all your support. Triple H now is down early on, and Roman Reigns is in control. And I expect this to happen pretty early on. I expect Reigns to take full control of the match for the first few minutes until maybe Stephanie distracts Hunter, or maybe Stephanie distracts Roman, and then Triple H takes control. I think that's the general wrestling way of things happen. The angry face takes an early control until the heel. Oh, Triple H going outside the ring, looking to get a little bit of a break from Roman Reigns, and it has worked for him. Triple H sending Reigns into that corner, and now looking to beat him down. Referee counting, and Triple H can win this match by count. I'd be quite happy to do that. He'll still keep his championship in that case. Referee's up to a 4 count now as Triple H doing more damage to Roman Reigns on the outside. I'll tell you what, I've recorded so many random matches over the last couple of days, but I can't remember anybody who wins any different random matches. Of course, I know the last couple because I've just recorded them. The Hell in a Cell match, which was, I think it was actually quite good. I had to play the Hell in a Cell match because the AI is not great in Hell in a Cell matches. They don't like to leave the cell. They don't even like to leave the ring. So I played that one just to try and get the best spots we possibly could. And although I'm not really that experienced in playing this game, I've all done everything on AI versus AI so far. I think we came out of a pretty decent match. And also, the Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar match, you've got to watch that. That was fantastic. I think one of the best random matches we've done, if not the best random match we've done. And the best thing is, I think that has happened. That match happened exactly how the match is going to happen this evening at Wrestlemania. And Reigns still in full control of Triple H here, and just wipes him out with that clothesline. Really showing his strength. Triple H is back up and went for a backdrop, and Reigns managed to reverse it into a crossbody. Stephanie is not impressed, and there she is now underneath the ring and slides a steel chair in. Now this is very interesting. This could be amazing if she does what I think she's going to do. I've seen this before on this game with managers. It'd be great if she does. Now what I've seen before in the past happen is that she may try and distract the referee, and while distracting the referee, like, oh, she's another chair. The second chair still in the ring now by Steph. And this is something I could see happening this evening at WrestleMania. Stephanie getting involved. Maybe throwing some weaponry. Stephanie will be at ringside for Triple H, I should imagine. Yeah, of course she will. There we go, Stephanie now distracting Roman Reigns. This is going to happen this evening. And that allows Triple H to sneak up behind Reigns and use that reverse DDT, reminiscent of the man he defeated last year. And that's poor time in that one. Stephanie's gone for the pin while... Triple H gone for the pin while Stephanie distracting the referee. Bit of a mistake there by those two. Referee finally seeing the steel chair and throwing it out. He's only thrown one outside the ring, not the other one though. Triple H with the back elbow. And now the snap there on Roman Reigns, slowing the pace of the match down and unlocking in that reverse chin lock to try and suck the life out of Roman. Very effective move. I thought Roman was tapping then. Triple H really in control of Roman. He can't even break out of this chin lock. Straight back up Roman. Triple H caught him with a boot to the gut, and Roman returns, but Hunter catches him in the front chartery, and Roman reverses. This match is just going both ways. No one's taking full control of it at the moment. And Triple H finally does with that drop toe hold. Reigns' head landing very, very close to that chair. And a shin breaker by Triple H. That's an interesting move. We know he does like to utilise the figure 4 leg lock on rare occasions. Of course, one of the guys... Oh, Roman's head hit the chair. Roman's head really hit the chair. The referee didn't see it, and Triple H must have gone straight for the pin, but Reigns manages to survive that one. Roman's head hit that chair. Referee should have moved that chair. I don't know why he moved one and not the other. Seems a little bit illogical, doesn't it? And now Triple H finally starting to take some sort of control of this match. And there's the backbreaker on Roman Reigns. I'm getting confused now, aren't I? It's getting quite late. I've recorded a lot of this stuff today. That's my excuse. Triple H now taking Roman Reigns up into a power driver. Not a move we see very often in WWE now. I think it's actually one of the moves that's banned. And it's actually busted Roman Reigns open. And a big kick to the face there by Triple H. Right across the chin of Roman Reigns. Stomping on the back of Reigns now as well. Brings him back up to his feet. And into the corner he goes. Triple H surveying the situation. What does he need to do to continue the damage? Almost got caught there by Roman Reigns. And this is very interesting. Considering the WWE like to try and refuse the existence of Chris Benoit, and then Triple H quite a lot recently has used that crossface submission hold, especially in Fastlane, which was in Canada as well. Obviously, Canada where Chris Benoit was from. It was sort of a hint there that, because for me, you would not use the crossface in Canada unless you were trying to pay homage to Chris Benoit. So it's interesting the way that they're letting him do that, because I know I've got no, well, I say the Chris Benoit situation is always something that people don't really want to get into, but I like to remember Chris Benoit as the wrestler, and he was a fantastic wrestler. Take away everything that happened outside the ring, you can't deny he was a fantastic wrestler. Reigns now bringing Triple H back up to his feet, and now Reigns starting to take some control of this match. There is the gut wrench. And here comes the worst move in the WWE ever. A punch. I hate punches that are finisher maneuvers. Especially big shows as well, but that for me, nearly a freak out. See, Roman Reigns hits a fantastic spear. I don't know why he has to go for this stupid Superman punch. It really aggravates me. If he'd go back to having a power bomb, and he'd go back to having a spear, I'd be well happy. And just get rid of this punch. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of impact moves like that, as finishing manoeuvres or anything like that. Great sort of trio of suplexes there by Roman Reigns. He brings Triple H back up to his feet, and I wonder whether there is a spear in Reigns' locker as well. Triple H now getting him back into this one. Spins Reigns round straight into a spinebuster. And you know what the spinebuster normally leads to is Triple H stalking the grounded Roman Reigns. Brings him in, hooks the arms. And there it is, the pedigree to the already busted open Roman Reigns. Triple H with a pin. 1, 2, and 3. And there you go. WWE 2K16 believes that Triple H will successfully retain his WWE World Heavyweight Championship this evening, and mostly clean as well. Stephanie did get involved once or twice. I don't know how much the chair shots, well, the backdrop and Roman Reigns' head hitting the chair really affected Reigns. Stephanie distracted Reigns on a couple of occasions, but you know what? It was a pretty damn good match, and I think people would actually be quite happy if Triple H did retain the championship tonight at WrestleMania. I can't see it myself. I honestly think it would be good if Triple H kept the championship, just because there's the backdrop. You see Reigns' head hitting the chair. So yeah, I think that Triple H keeping the championship would actually be a good idea, because everyone's expecting Reigns to win it so much, it would be out of the blue. And that's why I was saying about the Seth Rollins factor as well. If Seth did came back and helped Reigns win the championship, sort of saying that maybe Triple H never really appreciated him in the Authority, and as soon as he was injured, nobody checked to see how he was, and they just took his place and stuff like that. That could really work out as a good feud between Triple H and Seth Rollins, and then it lets Reigns go off on his own separate path. But yeah, I think it would be good if Triple H did keep the championship tonight, just for the sheer fact that everyone's just come to the conclusion that Reigns is going to win the championship, and it would do something a little bit different. It really would. So there you have it, the last of our matches here today, the random match of WrestleMania. We've done all 11 matches It's taken me a very, very long time to record all these, and I can imagine it's going to take an even longer time to edit them all and upload them, but it's going to be worth it, knowing that I can sit back next Sunday with a beer and just watch these videos slowly upload, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy them as well. I hope you have been watching them all, really whetting your appetite for tonight's WrestleMania. I know I am absolutely buzzing for WrestleMania now, and NXT TakeOver, which of course when you're watching this video will have already happened, but yeah, WrestleMania pre-show will probably start in about an hour, 2 hours after this video is uploaded. Excellent. Cannot wait. Of course, if you have enjoyed this video, please do hit that like button. It does help me out a lot. And of course, subscribe if you are new around here for a lot more of these WWE 2K16 random matches. And I do plan on starting the My Career mode pretty soon as well. Sort of thinking about doing the My Career mode and using Nakamura as the character. I don't know what you guys think about that. Let me know in the comment section below. And I might start to get some recorded over this coming weekend. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon.